Niall Horan discloses what Blake Shelton told him after he won The Voice. It appears Niall Horan has earned lifelong bragging rights over the country singer when Team Niall defeated Team Blake on The Voice's season 23. Prior to his exclusive Spotify performance in New York City, the 29-year-old Heaven singer opened up to people about his time as a coach on The Voice and shared the funny comment Blake Shelton made right after Horan and Gina Miles won. Horan laughed as she recalled, "When we left the seat, they announced the winner and I stood up, and then he came for a big hug. I gave him a great hug and he remarked, 'I taught you everything you know.' He did not offer any congratulations or anything other than that." The former member of One Direction is aware that Shelton, 46, whose 23rd season of the NBC talent show was his last, is a friend for life. "He will be missed by me. In my opinion, he is not one of those renowned pals. I believe that even if we hadn't met through The Voice, Horan and I would have been friends. Strangely enough, we have a lot in common and are really similar as persons, but not in a fashion sense." Horan will compete alongside Reba McEntire, John Legend, and Shelton's wife Gwen Stefani in season 24 next year. While he will miss Blake, he says, "I get to work with the other half of that marriage. I met Gwen at the Voice after party this season. I'm thrilled since she surprised Blake on the last night and was hilarious and cool." Horan claimed that while guiding Miles to victory, he was able to reflect on his own past as a competitor on a competition akin to the X Factor. The Irish sensation competed in the British competition series in 2010 as a solo performer before joining One Direction and ultimately finishing third. "Did come into play more than I thought it would, or more than I thought I would allow it to," he admitted. "It's remarkable how great these young kids are, and with that level of talent comes a degree of seriousness. So I was always trying to convince them to enjoy it. Being there with the finalists every week, choosing songs, keeping them calm. Coming from a show like that, it felt normal to me to be doing The Voice." He concluded, "I'm sure I would have been more like a deer in headlights if I had only been a singer and had never been on a show like that. However, I think it was good that I was aware of what I was getting myself into." The show, Horan's third album, will be available for purchase on Friday. Horan is presently preparing for its release. During an intimate performance in New York on Tuesday, he gave a select group of fans an advance listen to the album while performing old and new songs as well. "The record still seems like a Niall Horan record, which is a good thing," he told People, despite his attempts to incorporate other sounds. "I hope I've been able to grow without turning off too many people, despite not having released yet, so we'll investigate."